Because if you die in Yahweh Shai, you came out victorious.
You won.
You conquered death.
It says, and it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb, slain from the foundation of the world. So we're telling you, man, okay, you're gonna serve, you're gonna choose a master. It's either gonna be Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, the Lord, or Esau, Satan, man. And we're telling you they're gonna push this chip, the RFID microchip, the mark of the beast. And if you don't want to believe what we're saying, your heritage, the truth, you have no other choice but to succumb to this devil. Whether he chips you, drafts you into the military, whatever. Okay? You don't want to serve the Lord. You're gonna serve Satan, man. You're gonna serve Esau. You're gonna worship this damn devil. You know? There's only one true doctrine, man. There's only one truth. Okay?
Yep, and hey man, what's coming is about to be a nightmare that you can't wake up from, man. Like you ever had a bad dream and you woke up in sweat and talk about, man, I'm glad that was a dream.
Yeah.
And it's about to be reality, bro.
Yeah.
It's about to be something. Hey, the only way out is through.
Yeah.
Through Yahweh Shai, man. That's it.
The scripture says that the Lord is gonna take us through the fire.
Right.
You gotta go through it.
Have to. Ain't no other way, man.
Ain't no other way. Hey, Moses told our people, look, choose this day, life or death. Okay? Choose whether you're going to serve the Lord or not. It says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. You all got ears, man. You know? And those of you that can't hear physically, you can hear visibly because the captions, man.
That's why
Bro, you know
that's why that technology is there, man. That's why.
And you know it's really heavy, bro, about technology and the captions now is on the captions now on YouTube, it'll say it'll have the Lord's name written on it now.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it doesn't say Yahuwah. It'll actually say Yahweh and Yahweh Shai now. You can type in or Google Yahweh Shai and it'll come up correct and give you a definition, man. So at the end, you ain't gonna be able to say you didn't know. It clearly says that this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world, and then shall the end come. Bro, you have that bug out Jake saying we're in the end. Okay?
Well, everybody knows, man.
You got that itch and feeling.
Everybody knows. It's just everybody wants to bury their head in the sand. Nobody wants to accept it. Well, that's what we've done by accepting Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. You accept that this is the end. The end of this world, though. You accept, you're trusting the Lord that He's going to guide you into a new world wherein dwells righteousness, where you're going to be safe. imagine that. Imagine actually being safe, no fear. You ain't got to worry about nothing. No fear of death. You don't got to worry about your kids. You don't got to worry about anything. You're just going to be safe. That's something that's hard to imagine.
Yeah. Being immortal.
Being immortal, you're never going to die, man. You're going to have a sure dwelling place.
That's why it takes faith. Because if we're thinking physically, carnally, that's impossible. We're in these bodies that are dwindling every day. You get up too quick, you have a shortness of breath. But I'm going to be immortal. A carnal man can't see that. But we are not carnal. We actually see and believe that. I remember Ralph. That nigga Ralph. When I was first in the truth, 2014, I was trying to explain to this guy. I was like, bro, wouldn't you want to be immortal? And he's like, what? He's like, I couldn't imagine being in this hell forever. And it's like, bro, or having multiple wives. It's like, bro, no, if having multiple wives, but they're all in order. You being immortal, but being healthy, you know?
Yeah, I mean, imagine that. You know, women being obedient again, bro.
Right.
Imagine that. You got people in this lifetime right now that will hear you talk about women being obedient and will actually scorn you for thinking like that. Oh, you're a misogynist. You're you know, whatever the fuck, you know.
But you won't say that shit to motherfuckers like you have.
But in the back of your head, you know you want that. You just so you know, you just so afraid that you have the system beat it over the head, beat you over the head so much that you all into that, man.
That's Stockholm.
Oh, if you think like that, no woman's ever gonna like, well, who gives a fuck, man? At the end of the day, man, the Lord's gonna force it. Hey, the Lord's gonna force His will upon you people.
Yeah.
Everybody that doesn't submit, you're gonna be destroyed, man. There ain't gonna be no talking to you. There ain't gonna be no persuading you. The Lord is really, literally gonna get rid of you, man.
This is Isaiah chapter 4.
Hey, verse 1. But look at the way that women are. Why is it that a woman will just use a guy that's like all in that woman worship shit, you know, and then go off to some fucking, you know, dickhead that treats them like shit? Why is it like that, man? Because in their mind they know it's in their programming to be, you know, the subservient being.
Hey, a fish is programmed to swim.
Women like to be dominated. That's a top woman's fantasy, is to be dominated. Why? Because it's their programming, bro. They can't get away from that. No matter how much they tell you they don't want it.
This is Isaiah chapter 4 verse 1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach.
Yeah, when that covering is taken off of women, when you don't have that help anymore, you know, where you can just call Esau to come to the rescue, you know, women are gonna be looking to get saved. That bullshit spirit that y'all got on you, that's just gonna flutter the fuck away, man.
Hey, a woman's gonna see a man with all these women with her, a man of the Lord, I should say. She's not gonna think, oh, he already got all them bitches, I don't want him.
Yeah, no.
She gonna join the team.
Yep, she's gonna run to that. Why? Because she's gonna see safety.
Yeah. In that day shall the branch of the Lord Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent, and calmly for them that are escaped of Israel. And it shall come to pass that he that is left in Zion and he that remaineth in Jerusalem shall be called holy. Every one that is written among the living in Jerusalem, when the Lord shall have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion, and shall have purged the blood of Jerusalem from the midst thereof by the spirit of judgment and by the spirit of burning. You know, because the Lord is going to wash away the sins of Israel, man. You know? Now women are starting to see that they do need a man. Okay? Shoot. Watch when you women start losing your jobs. Okay? Because the economy's going to collapse. You women ain't going to be able to work at a store. They're going to be stores to work at.
What does it say? The doors will be shut in the streets?
All businesses, man.
When the sound of the grinding is low?
Yeah. That's the time to we're in, man.
It's like, hey, man, why do you think it's so hard to get a job, man?
And if you do get a job, it's part-time.
They don't want to give you hours.
No.
They try to cut as much, spending as possible, man.
Yeah. These companies, they're trying to give you part-time. That way they don't gotta give you those benefits. Because benefits are only for full-timers. They don't pay your dental. They ain't gotta pay none of that, man. Women are already coming out talking about they need a man. Okay? Now there's a lot of you stragglers, you proud women out there. But that's cool, we like that, because when shit hits the fan, you're gonna be the worst ones, man. You know, you women that need all this makeup and think you're the baddest bitch on earth. And that day we gonna have a long stick and just fending you off of us, man. You know?
Hey, at the end of the day, man, St. John 6:44. The Lord gotta call you.
Yeah.
And if you call, you gotta take heed to that calling. Alright? And then you do what you're supposed to do, and the Lord giveth the increase. Alright? The Lord gonna sustain you. Alright? Because as it says in the scriptures, if the Lord don't help you, who can?
Yeah.
But we can't. You gotta hope and pray that you'll be elect.
That's right.
So the best thing that you can do is do the best that you can in the spirit of Yahweh Shai. Keep the laws and commandments to the best of your ability. Alright? Do what you gotta do to please the Lord, man. Seek Yahweh Shai while he may be found.
Yep.
That's what you have to do. And if the Lord blesses you, then be blessed, man. If the Lord blesses you, then thou art blessed, okay? Stay within that.
Okay, and the scriptures say, you know, blessed are your eyes, for they see. Okay, if you understand, if you got those names, man, you're blessed already. You know, you gotta hold on to that blessing. You gotta fight to hold on to that blessing.
Ecclesiastes 3, which have been is now, and that which is to be have already been. And Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai requireth that which is past. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. I said in my heart, Most High shall judge the righteous and the wicked, for there is a time there for every purpose and for every work. Right, man. Under the sun, this is the place of judgment. It happens, it goes down here on the earth. Alright? These are, you know, you learn in the world, they tell you that, you know, you die and then you go before the throne and the Lord either lets you into heaven or sends you to hell. That's not the case, man. This is the place of judgment. Alright? Eternal judgment takes place on the earth. And that's going to be, the judges are going to be the people of Israel. Alright? And the people being judged are going to be the other nations.
That's right.
That's eternal judgment. But judgment takes place here on earth. Alright? So, you know, different judgments that take place. What? You know, having the Lord take the word from you is a judgment. You know, that's why it says to fear Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man. All right, being destroyed here on this earth, that's judgment. We're in these bodies to receive the judgment. Our hope is in the Lord, man. Okay? But we're in this condition now because of judgment. And that's what you have to understand.
Yep, Deuteronomy 28.
Alright? So we're here working out our salvation in these bodies. Alright? These bodies are chains of darkness. Where we go through things, man. Emotions. Ailments. Alright? Sickness. Hard times. You know? All that, man. So it's here in these bodies where we work out our salvation. We do the best that we can. Alright? In the pursuit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man. Because only the Lord can save us. And it's by grace. So we don't know. So we have to push forward, man. And continue to do what's right. To the best of our ability. Alright? Having hope. Hopefully this was an edifying camp, man. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Arachon Kadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, great millstone. Alright, that taught us this truth and continue to stay faithful and teach the truth. Alright, even in their old age, man. And to all the sincere brothers and sisters, shalom, man.
Shalom.